Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah and we are here again for another fragrance video. So I actually started getting into fragrance quite seriously with collecting last year, and I decided that this is actually what I really prefer to talk about on YouTube. Of course, I kind of dabble into maybe a bit of skincare and other things related to beauty, but I feel like fragrance is really something I could get into. I have gotten into it. What am I talking about? I feel like it's something I can really talk about. Although I am a leisure YouTuber, I make videos when I can. I know that sounds weird, as most YouTubers are absolutely committed to posting twice, thrice a day. I actually have a day job and it gets the best of me. I actually don't have a room of my own, and sometimes I need to find the private time to film. So things like that are still deterring me to be fully committed to YouTube. Although I am currently looking for my own place, my own space, and hopefully that might even change in maybe less than a year, or we never know. But I'm currently on the hunt for a place of my own, and I do hope it happens soon. So other than that, there will probably be more improvements as I go along. Please pardon me if my old videos sounded ugly. I actually don't have a formal mic yet for this, and I'm on the way to buying one as well. I know some of you made comments that my volume sucks and stuff like that, and I apologize. So do bear with me as I make my way through this journey of filming. Okay, that being said, maybe no one cares about that segment, but yeah, I just had to make that disclaimer. So right now, I would like to talk about the top 5 date night fragrances that I would like to recommend to you guys. As we know, February 14 is just a few days away, and of course, I know some of you are looking forward to seeing a lot of videos on what would be recommended for a date night, right? So these are just 5 of my, perhaps, of the perfumes I would love to recommend to you. I do have a very quick growing collection of fragrances, but these are just some of the fragrances that I would probably wear if I were to go on a date with my partner. He does live long distance, but actually during the time that we saw each other in December, these were actually the fragrances I wore when we went out. So there you go, alright? So that being said, if you want to know more about the fragrances I would like to recommend for your date night, do keep on watching. Okay, so first up we have Elie Saab Le Parfum. I really love this perfume. This was the nose of this fragrance, made in 2011, was Francis Kirk de Jean. Pardon me, I still have my notes over here and I'm kind of reading off of them. And of course, this is a floral amber fragrance. So of course the top note is African orange flower, middle note of jasmine, and there's a base note of honey, patchouli, rose, and Virginia cedar. So I really love this fragrance. It's like a clean white floral with some honey, and that orange flower really gives it like a citrus kick that's really nice, and I love it. It's really feminine. It's really this fragrance that you can wear even when you're just like out for dinner with the girls, It's even to work. I would find this to be not an offensive fragrance. It's very pleasant. Although it's very long lasting and the sillage is really good, the projection, I find this to be a very non-offensive fragrance, and I think a lot of it's a crowd pleaser. I don't know, I cannot imagine anybody not liking this. Although I have seen reviews of YouTubers that deem themselves not daring enough, but this is such a feminine fragrance and I really love it. I really love how the jasmine is portrayed here, and the blend with the orange flower with there's this, it's like a citrusy jasmine with some honey that where the honey is not too sweet. I find that I'm not really a fan of like the typical honey scent, like the syrupy honey, or it depends with honey, but the placement here is really good. So that is Elie Saab Le Parfum. Go get it, guys. Okay, next up we have Dior Pure Poison. So this is Dior Pure Poison. I would imagine that this is for those dates wherein maybe you just feel like dressing a lot simpler but still want to really make an impact on your partner. You still this is the sort of fragrance that will still make him say, oh, you smell really nice, you know? And yeah, so Your Pure Poison was actually created in 2004 by 3 perfumers. So Carlos Benaim, Dominic Ropion, and Olivier Polge. Now, these are of course master perfumers again, and I really wanna orient us with these fragrance makers, these noses, because they really are artists who really create these great masterpieces, and it's my way also of educating myself. Of course, I'm quite familiar already with Dominique Ropion and Olivier Polge because they have a lot of fragrances already under their belt. Carlos Benaim maybe not so much. I still have yet to educate myself on what he has created. So Your Pure Poison is a soapy white floral. So that's actually a lot of what is termed, a lot of YouTubers term it as that in the community, and it really lives up to that. So top notes are jasmine, orange, bergamot, Sicilian mandarin, and middle notes of gardenia, orange blossom, and sandalwood, and a base of sandalwood, white amber, cedar, and white musk. What makes this really unique is that it's really a white floral, like you know, and you can smell the jasmine in there, the gardenia, but the citrus notes, the orange and bergamot embrace it. It embraces the florals in this way where it becomes this soapy blend, you know, and it's a really unique fragrance. And underneath all that is that bed of white musk that just basically provides the base for this very luxurious, very clean smelling fragrance. Actually, a lot, I've seen this appear in the everyday fragrances videos that you can wear. I've seen this in ultra feminine fragrance videos. I've seen this in light fragrances that you can wear in cold weather. It's also a very flexible and very beautiful fragrance. I think I would be very interested to try the other poisons. I don't have that yet in my collection, like Poison Girl, Midnight Poison. Those basically the other Dior Poison collection. Okay, so next up we have a more dramatic fragrance. This is probably more if you will be going on a formal night, formal dinner out, or maybe watching something more formal like a Broadway or a musical, you know, something more dramatic. And this is a scent for those nights when you're dressing up a little more grander. You're probably in a long dress, you're probably in a beaded top with a skirt, you know, that sort of thing. Even perhaps even cocktails might be a little bit more formal. And the scent that I see you guys probably taking out for a spin would be Dior Addict. So this is a beautiful vanilla dominant scent created by Thierry Vasser and Christian Dussolier, and it was created in 2002. I am not sure if it has gone through reformulations and stuff like that as fragrances go through given that time frame, but these has top notes of blackberry mandarin leaf, middle notes of jasmine, night blooming cereus, orange blossom, and the base notes, which you really can smell here, is vanilla, tonka bean, and sandal. I really love this scent. I used to find it a little too strong in my younger days, and I think a lot of people would find this scent too strong for their preference if your nose isn't used to perhaps gourmandy rich vanilla scents. This might be really too much, as it was for me in the past. But when I grew to understand and collect more and more vanillas, and believe me, I'm starting to multiply on my vanilla scents in my collection. It's really starting to grow. That was when I really got to appreciate this. And this has definitely a syrupy vanilla vibe because of the blackberry. There's definitely that richness that it's not like a whipped sugary vanilla, that sort of thing. It's definitely a more luxurious vanilla, and really that sandalwood really gives it that richness as well. There's a you know that there's a woody base underneath all of that. I also get the orange blossom. There's really that touch of it, but all the other notes just provide this support for the vanilla and the tonka bean. It's really amazing. I really love this scent now. And of course, a lot of people are saying that this is strictly a winter scent or strictly a cold weather scent. Well, surprise, surprise. We live in tropical Philippines, and I still see myself wearing this very rich, very potent, very lush fragrance here in this tropical weather. You do you, right? So I want to wear this, and I want to wear this more. I'm looking forward to, now that of course we can go out, we can go to bars now, things are open, and I'm really looking forward to rocking this more as I go out on perhaps nights out and more of those dressy occasions. I really want to wear this more. So that is Dior Addict. Next up, we have perhaps this is another more maybe better, maybe more for how would I imagine this date fragrance to be? Perhaps when you're maybe meeting the family, seeing the parents first before you go out and hang out with his friends. That sort of occasion. I would choose Angel Muse. So look at this bottle, guys. So pretty. Actually, the Mugler bottles and Mugler, rest his soul. I am so fortunate to have gotten to know his angels and his aliens in his creations. And yeah, so this is a beautiful bottle. And this fragrance was created in 2016 by Kenton Beach. So he's another master perfumer, of course, very much known for other perfumes that he's created as well, like Zelina, which is a very famous creation of his. I don't have that, I just have a flanker. But anyway, so that's Kenton Beach. We'll talk more about him as we go through this fragrance journey. So this Angel Muse is, they call, I read in the box, they describe this as a sparkling gourmand. So, and it's also branded as a very unique gourmand. Why? Well, the top notes are actually pink pepper and grapefruit. Then you have a middle note of hazelnut cocoa spread. So, what is that? Nutella? Most probably. And we have the base note of patchouli and vetiver. Very unique scent in a sense that it has these fruity notes combined with hazelnut, right? So, but it's actually, to me, it's a very nose-friendly scent. It's very useful because of that grapefruit. It really has a youthful vibe, and then it dries down to this sweet hazelnut, and it does kind of remind you of Nutella. It has that total Nutella vibes with it. So let me just give it a spray. Yeah, so the top note, that's unmistakably grapefruit right there, with a hint of pink pepper. It gives it that slight bitterness, very slight bitterness to it. And then this, give it some time and it'll dry down to this hazelnut with some touches of patchouli. Vetiver, I'm not sure I get the vetiver, but yeah, predominantly it's the grapefruit and the hazelnut that you will get in this scent. And I do enjoy it. I actually thought that for a while that it wasn't long lasting, but it performs very well in tropical weather. And I would imagine that it would also perform very well even during colder nights. So that is Angel Muse by Mugler. This is the EDT version, by the way. I know there's an EDP, but they seem to be very similar, perhaps. And last but not the least, we have Zara Rose Gourmand. Again, of course, we fragrance fanatics love to talk about bottles, and look at this bottle. For the price that you pay for a Zara perfume, this is beautiful. See even the top of the bottle there, and how well sealed it is. Like, you know, you're paying for quality for that price. So Rose Gourmand is actually a dupe for Montal Intense Cafe or Mancera Rose's Vanilla. I have a 10 ml decant of Montal Intense Cafe, and it is a very legit dupe for that fragrance. So the only listed fragrance and the only listed notes in Zara Rose Gourmand are rose, amber, and vanilla. But if you look at the notes of Montal Intense Cafe, you'll see that aside from rose, there's that coffee, which I feel is also present in this perfume. And yeah, I believe it has that coffee note as well. And it's a great dupe for Montal Intense Cafe, guys. If you don't have the moolah to buy Montal Intense Cafe or Mancera Rose's Vanilla, this is definitely a very great dupe for it. And I am so glad that I actually got this one, because I am very middle class still, in the sense that 4,000 to 5,000 buck perfume is a little bit much for me. So I'm so happy that Zara has Rose Gourmand. So this is probably the scent that you will wear in a situation where it's really, you're feeling really romantic, you know, there's rose, there's coffee, and I feel like this is a scent that a partner would really love because it really smells amazing. I mean, I know very few people who do not love Montal Intense Cafe or say that it's too much, or I don't know, like this, that scent just really made waves in the fragrance industry, right? And I feel like a partner would just really appreciate this fragrance on you. And given the romantic scent of rose, and this is not a typical rose, it smells like a grandma. This is definitely a more modern take, more yummy, more delicious take on rose combined with the coffee. Your partner will definitely be appreciating and loving this scent on you. So this is something I recommend you guys try. Zara Rose Gourmand. Alright guys, so those are my 5 recommendations for top 5 date night scents that you might want to try this coming Valentine's Day, or anytime you're probably going to see your special someone. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, do click like and subscribe. Although I am still very much a leisure YouTuber, you can definitely still watch out for more videos by me, as collecting fragrance is slowly becoming a passion of mine, and I do hope you guys enjoy this journey with me as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!